Hey guys, this is Ian from ENFJ, and today with me I have Ethan.
Hello.
Okay, first question. Just a warning if you guys watching, there's a bit of a delay in internet connection, so I might be interrupting Ethan. He might interrupt me by accident, so just a little pre-warning for that. So first question, what is your type?
I am an ENFP.
Yep, you are. What are you primarily interested in?
People. I love people. I could talk to and about people for hours at a time, happily.
Do you know what draws you to people? Like, have you got any idea of it at all?
I tend to read people a lot. That's how I spend most of my time, is talking to people and reading them and figuring out what makes them tick. So I end up just passionately caring about everyone I know because I feel very deeply about all of them. It's very mushy.
Yeah, classic ENF right there. Cool. All right. So, how do you relate to your temperament?
It's pretty much exactly what they say it should be. They tell me I should love philosophy, I should love people, I should love feeling, and all of those are completely true. I love people, and philosophy is probably the most fun thing I ever do. And speaking philosophy with people, there you go. So my temperament is pretty much exactly what they say it should be.
There you go. That's awesome. What got you interested in MBTI?
I had a mentor of sorts, my youth leader, and several years ago he was trying to figure out how better to relate to his students. So he handed out this test I had never seen before, and I filled it out, and when he showed me the results, they were scary accurate. I was just being described to a T on a piece of paper, and it just, at that moment I was hooked and I had to know more.
Yeah, that's actually almost the same as me. There you go. Because it's like, it just feels weird, like reading yourself on a page, and you're like, how did someone learn that about me? You know?
It's like they've been following me around for days.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next question. How has MBTI impacted your life?
It's allowed me to relate to myself a little more directly. Before, I didn't really understand my own way of thinking, so it was very difficult for me to confront my own processing steps, if you will. So
Yeah,
being able to about my own weaknesses and strengths has allowed me to combat those weaknesses and encourage those strengths with more directly, really.
yeah, yeah. Here we go. Show an object to the camera.
It's How Should We Then Live by Francis Schaeffer. It's a book on Christian philosophy and in thought and culture of the Western culture, and I love this book.
Cool. Sounds good. Relates to being NF, all that philosophy. um, what are the biggest misconceptions about your type?
This is going to sound odd, so you'll have to bear with me for a moment. That we're not capable of being shallow. When I say shallow, I don't mean emotionless and thoughtless, but a lot of people assume that I can't have a casual conversation. There you go. They assume I can't have a casual conversation about anything
Hmm.
because I'm so in tune with philosophy. They think I can't speak about anything without it being deep, and that I've noticed a lot of ENFPs having the same complaint.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I think you're like this big, like, intellectual giant who doesn't care for like all their trivialities or something like that.
Right, and then with that comes the assumption that we're automatically very cocky and rude to everyone. So,
Yeah. Okay. Actually, that's a good point. A lot of ENFPs I know they come across that way, even though they're not. And unless people take the time to understand them, and yeah, they come across pretty like arrogant and stuff.
I guess that's I guess that is our fault, but we don't try. We swear.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. Um, okay, what are the limitations of your type?
For one thing, yeah, we can be very cocky if we're not careful. Just on principle, our heads will be so high in the clouds that we won't think about the fact that we're just people. And so, yes, we can be cocky if we're not careful. And then, because our heads are so full of vague concepts and philosophical ideas, it's easy to kind of let our hearts lead us in our decisions and our heads don't factor in. So we end up making bad decisions and staying in bad relationships a lot of times because we're so
Yeah,
concerned with what it could be that our mind is not on what it is.
yeah, okay. So you get caught up in the idealism of relationships and stuff like that.
Right? Everything is so nebulous that reality kind of fades into the background.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's definitely an NF thing, that's for sure. Um, and finally, what is your ultimate dream endeavor?
Well, this is gonna sound weird. I'd really like to be a mortician. I'm
Okay.
So one, I'm around people all the time when I'm a mortician, and then people's feelings just fascinate me, what they're going through, what they're feeling. So it gives me an opportunity to care for people and bring them peace at some of the most difficult times in their life, and I love that. So I would love to, work in the mortuary science fields to be with people and give them solace in difficult times.
There you go. Wow. That's awesome. That's definitely a unique answer. I've never heard that before. That's sick.
I
There
enjoy
you
it.
go.
I work at a funeral home right now, and that's really my uncle invited me to work there, and day one I loved it, and I knew I had to stay.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hope that goes well for you.
Thank you.
Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thanks for being interviewed. See you guys later.